Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Borderwise and welcome back to From the Depths, the dev test branch, where interesting things are happening. Now this is just a quick fun video for me to gawp at some new stuff. It's not really an update video at all, it's just a for fun thing, because there was a wee mini update to the dev test that doesn't change a whole lot. It fixed some bugs, added some more prefabs, and it added some new faction craft that weren't there before. And it's starting to creep up at the bottom of the screen right now, even though I told it not to move. But in 2.6.1.30, you have this. And if you recall the April Fool's Day event, there was something called the Megalodon, which was basically a little toy submarine that looked like a shark. This is the real Megalodon. This is the biggest, nastiest Steel Strider's shark-type vessel. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it is huge. And according to my sources, this is basically what happens when one of the Cottles, or Keepers of the Lore, the people who are actually community members contributing to building campaign vehicles. This is what happens when Carbengo does something for the memes, as people like to say. This is an enormous craft, so I used to think that the block limit for faction vehicles in the From the Depths Needed campaign was around 15 to 16,000 blocks. This thing is just shy of 27,000 blocks. It's over 2 million materials, and it's got a total firepower of 691. And it is a big, scary thing. This thing is way scarier than the tier, and I mean that. I think it's way scarier than the current tier, that's for sure. But I think it's also scarier than the old one because it's just huge and big. And we will demonstrate that right now because I tested the Starslung against this thing, and it wasn't pretty. And I am going to have to slow the game down a little bit because the Starslung got ass-pedaled so hard that the game crashed. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, I don't know how exactly the Megalodon is going to fit into the NATO campaign because it's huge. Like, people who run on who run on not very good PCs are probably going to have trouble having a big fight with this thing involved. But, I think they're all gonna get like proper boss craft. I think the Scarlet Dawn itself, the craft, is also gonna get upgraded a bit. So this is, I don't know. You can think of this as kind of a preview for when I inevitably make a Most Wanted on this damn thing, because people are probably gonna want me to do one, and I think immediately see those are two turrets. Both of them have been disabled by these what appear to be hypersonic 500mm railguns. And it's real. I remember back in the day with the APS update, people talking about how APS was dead, and how, I don't know, kinetic shells were dead. They are really wrong, because 500mm hollow points are absolutely terrifying. There's no stopping them. There is literally nothing that can stop them, aside from really good ECM with a lot of power to mess with the enemy sensors, or hiding underwater or in space, and even then that doesn't always work. So these are... this thing has a terrifying Sea-Whiz as well that you'll notice is deleting large missiles like it's nothing, and it's also got an absolute monster of a LAMS system, or just LAMS. Let's see if the Starslung ever gets another cram volley off. You'll see how strong it is, because it runs most of the length of the ship, and it's a big ship. Kaboom. It did that through smoke, by the way, and it's actually zapping 200mm shells out of the air as well. Like, most of those shells are not actually getting through, and the Starslung is not having a good time. The Megalodon is about 4 times as expensive as the Starslung, but Jesus, look at that. Look at that thump damage. There's just entire sections of craft are falling off. And that's power of many things, as one of them being steam, by the way. So yeah, the Megalodon is Pretty well named. It does only have the one AI, though, which probably means that it's going to have an issue with any form of, like, aircraft. Simply because, like, they'll just swarm it and these things. And these guns here, that probably is an intentional weakness. These guns here probably aren't great AA, because if you have a look at it, these are the twin 130mm simple weapons, the casemates. They're not great against aircraft because they don't have a great rate of fire, so probably that'll be the way to do it, is just swarm this thing with aircraft. In fact, rather than watch the Stahlslang get absolutely bodied, let's just chuck this thing against a whale shark and see what happens. So, oh yeah, and the flavor text is hilarious. I want it big. I said I want it to be big, you hear? I don't want it bigger than the last model of battleship. I want it to be the biggest battleship on NATO. Ha, yes, haha, big is better, big and heavy. It only makes sense for the most powerful empire on the planet to have the biggest super dreadnought afloat, right? What do you mean there is a guy in a robot suit who's storming our territory with a fleet of super dreadnoughts twice the size of our own? Grand Admiral Jeffrey Obertson. That's robot. I think it's meant to be robot suit and not robot suite. It's not a hotel room coming to kill you. Okay, so yeah, the Megalodon is a interesting craft. And by interesting, I mean it's just really big and scary. And yeah, like interesting addition, mostly just due to how big it is. I want to see if carriers are the way to go. Carriers probably are the way to go, actually. Let's spawn in. Is this whale shark? Whale shark. Spawning in twin guard colors because that'll be hilarious. Oh my, everything is so yellow. Guys, you're going to want to launch those planes sooner rather than later. Ooh, big particle cannons too. If the whale shark actually wins this, that'll be... yep, it's not shooting at the planes. It is not shooting at the planes at all. Let's see, how are we doing? Whale shark is getting bodied pretty badly, though. I think that the LAM system on the darn thing might just make it immune to... whatchamacallit. It might just be straight up immune to planes for the most part anyway. All those missiles certainly aren't doing it any favors. It's just zapping the smart bombs before they even drop. So many planes. Guys, you nearly hugged. Well, that wasn't as one-sided as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's not just the Megalodon that's new. There is, on my Discord server in particular, there's been talk here, there, and everywhere about something called the Candela, and I wondered what the hell that was. This is the Candela. The Terawatt was bad, the new Exajoule is really bad, I hate this thing, and the Candela is just, I think From the Depths devs are just out to make me cry at this point, because this is the Exajoule, except it's got multiple turrets, it is very expensive, and it is, I think, the fastest surface craft in the game here at the moment. Well, there it goes. It is going 160 meters per second. How do you catch this thing? Well, you probably, I guess the whole idea is that you laser it to death. So, yeah, let's spawn in the Megalodon and see what happens. Whee! So, yeah, the lasers past a certain size are absolute horseradish because I swear smoke does nothing. Look at this. It's doing that to smoked blocks, by the way. Like, I almost missed the old laser system in which smoke actually was, like, all you really needed. Nope. No, you don't need that anymore. Like, there's not much, I don't know. This is me complaining now. The Candela is not having it all its own way either, because those railguns hurt. They hurt a lot, in fact. You can just see here, it's just, oh yeah, so, really, when you have railguns like that, armor really does nothing. Oh my god, that's terrifying. That's, really terrifying, actually. So ECMs are the new meta, it seems, which is basically messing with enemy sensors so they miss. Did that do anything? Okay, the camera is going full speed, it's only barely keeping up with this thing. Only barely keeping up with it. Who's winning? The Candela isn't actually winning. It's because it's kind of made out of paper. But yeah, so for those of you worrying that the campaign would be too easy, don't worry. You jack up the difficulty settings enough, you'll run into these things. You'll run into like a $2 million battleship. Actually, a 2 million material battleship that's twice as the size of the tier, almost. Well, not twice the size, that's an exaggeration. And you'll run into this thing, which is ridiculously fast. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know what this video really is, I just felt like making it. It's just talking about the absolutely balls-to-the-wall terrifying stuff that is going to be put in the campaign, and I guess is already there. So yeah, like, I just remembered I'm doing an ongoing campaign stream. I might run into these things sooner or later. That'll suck. That'll really suck. Like, I hate building big things, and you're gonna need to build big things in order to deal with this. And I know there's going to be at least one person in the comments who says of either the Megalodon or the Candela, it's like, it's not that hard, and whoever decides to do that, yeah, just don't. Please don't, because even if you are right, all the people, myself included, who are going to struggle to beat these things, it's not helpful. It's not going to be helpful at all. So, yeah, like you say, it's hard, but here's how you beat it, basically. Although, really, I think if you just... I don't know, maybe if you just APS bomb... Well, yeah, that's the thing, is like, hang on, Let's see here. How much horseradish can we get away with? Let's form a Candela. Thruster contingency. Can the Candela aim straight up? It totally can. It also appears to be disabled already. It's winning. It's not... Okay, there it goes. Bloody hellfire. Okay, that's scary. That is... Okay. When an orbiting death platform has trouble dealing with a craft, you know something's up. And I thought the Hypatos was bad. Yeah, I'm thinking back to the people who thought the laser changes ruined lasers. I don't think there were many of them, but ye bloody gods. Well, looks like Space Gorgonzola might not be the easy way to deal with this. Looking forward to that. Let's end with a ray of hope and see if the Megalodon can do that. So, contingency, and probably not. Steel Striders, ship, and Megalodon. Yeah, for those of you wondering where the next most wanted is, particularly about the Singularity, never mind these things, The Singularity is going to be updated at some point, and it's going to be made a lot more scary than it already is. So I'm going to hold off on that a little bit longer. Yeah, okay, Great White can do absolutely nothing. Oh, it can fire straight up, though. Oh, and it's got giant F-off missiles. It's also got crazy lambs. Okay, never... Okay, this, I believe, is what people in the video game business call power creep. Because... Oh, Deacon's bloody hell. That EMP jolt just destroyed pretty much all the cram chutes. Cram bomb things. Yeah, power creep. Well, so much for the freaking optimism. Are these bombs going to do anything? It might be 2030 before I finally finish Most Wanted as a series, simply because the devs seem to keep liking to add new stuff to make me very sad. And I think that missile volley is going to ruin the lives of everybody, but mostly the contingency. Actually, what are those secondaries loaded with? Let's see, did you fire? Let's see, I think I have a sneaking suspicion I know what's in there. Okay, no, it's flak. It's an armor-piercing head and flak by the looks of it. But with no secondary AI, that's kind of an oversight. Oh my goodness. The contingency is actually falling out of the sky. That's, impressive. Yeah, wow, you've got... Okay, so you've got the candle there, and... What you've got is a candle and a fish that can shoot down a space battleship bomber thing. That's great. Well, let's see if the Singularity does any better. The currently not fully optimized crappy Singularity. Like the Candela, I just know already will just destroy it immediately. So let's see how the Megalodon does. Let's see how the Megalodon does. The Megalodon is so much bloody bigger than the Singularity, and I think it's also more expensive. So let's start about 1,500 meters, and let us spawn in the Singularity. Yeah, let's put that in Onyx Watch colors just for giggles. Let's have a look at that. First volley missed. What's the next volley gonna do? Okay, I think the Singularity is gonna take this one because that warping... Or maybe not. Because the fight is currently even Steven right now. Oh, jeez. How much does the Singularity cost again? Yeah, the Singularity is slightly cheaper than the Megalodon. Carbengo! Well done, Carbengo! You've made me very sad, Carbengo, because eventually people, well, probably immediately, people are going to say, like, how do I beat this thing? Well, the short answer is, well, I was about to say bomb it from space, but we've already ascertained that doesn't work so well. Okay, let's see if the I'm guaranteed the freaking Exegil can beat the current Singularity. So the Candela is probably gonna just swat it straight out of the air with those stupid lasers. Like, okay, I don't hate lasers as much as I used to. I use them myself on occasion. A little bit of laser is good for you every so often. But when lasers are like this and there's just no stopping them, it's just... Well, there is stopping them, like the short answer is submarines. So you want a submarine with good missiles, basically. Or a particle cannon. Let's spawn this with the Deepwater Guard colors, because that's hilarious and ironic. And, oh, that actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, the Singularity doesn't actually have great anti-laser shields. And you could... Oh, God, that whole turret just got popped off like crazy. And the Candela has a weird habit of just sitting in place. Don't really get it. Doesn't appear to have any laser defense at all, really. Oh, jeez. Yep, the Singularity is getting quite badly thwonked. I'm not even sure what thwonked means, but that's what it means. Actually, yeah, so, hey, this is a free preview of the Singularity Most Wanted, for those of you who want it. It's just, have a ridiculously fast laser craft with laser-absorbing shields or ECM jammers jacked up to maximum, and you'll kill it, because the Singularity has lousy laser defense. Basically use the Candela, and you'll beat it. Look at this. Look at this. Every so often, in From the Depths, I just get reminded of how much more I need to learn. And, like, so much, like, the kind of craft I need to learn how to build, because giant, godly craft, like everything that we're showing off in this video, I've never been good at. I've never been kind of patient enough for it, because it's just such a huge time investment. I'd rather fart out, like, a half-dozen medium vessels and call it a day, but, and I like building small, but these are what happen when you need to make it big. And the Singularity is getting curb stomped. Yeah, this is I've seen the future, brother. It is murder. So, yeah, that's basically it for... I don't know what this is. It's just a fun jaunt in the dev test, a terrifying jaunt in the dev test, kind of mini-update vehicle showing off what kind of... the new Godlies, what they're gonna be like in the From the Depths campaign. You've got, basically, not godly, but gods. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, like, good luck cheesing the Candela. Well, basically submarines. And I guess with the Megalodon, you just need a really fast spacecraft with good missile defense, and you should be all good. So, never mind. Ignore everything I've said before. Both of them are easy. That guy, you are absolutely correct. No need even to comment. So on that note, with the Singularity disintegrating into pudding, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon if you like, it really helps. Thank you to all my current Patreon supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell!